नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. So we move on. We are in the slopes of Rishyamukha mountain with Vali near that, lying there. Sharabhitaptena vichetasa maya prasuditastvam yadajanata prabho idam mahendropama bhima vikrama prasaditastvam kshamame nareshwara. Sharabhitaptena vichetasa maya, wounded and tormented by the arrow. My mind, vichetasa, my mind senseless with pain. I have heard insults at you, O Lord, in ignorance. At you who are the equal of Indra. You must forgive me, O King. Forgive me, O King. Meanwhile, this forgiveness before his death, he is asking. Meanwhile, the news of Vali's death, fast messenger reached Tara. Tara's ears. She, along with Angada, rushed out. And they were rushing towards that place where, when they saw a whole host of monkeys running back towards Kishkinda from there. Seeing them, Tara asked, how can you all be running back, abandoning the king? How could you abandon the king who, a cruel brother, has got struck down by Rama from a distance for the sake of a kingdom? The apes told her, lady, this is not the time to talk. Jivaputre nivartasva puram rakshasva changadam antako ramarupena hatva nayati valinam. Lady, this is not the time to talk. Please turn back. Return. Your son is still alive. Go back and protect your son Angada. The Lord of Death in the form of Rama has come and he has struck Vali. Go protect your son. Else, guard, take him back. Let us go back to Kishkinda. Guard the entrance to Kishkinda. Lady, immediately anoint your son Angada as the king. He will have the support of all the apes. If we do not do this quickly, we have much to fear. We have much to fear from the other apes whom the Lord of Apes had exiled. They will be coming. Tara replied, Putrena mama kim karyam rajyena chachkimatmana kapisimhe mahabhage tasmin bharati nashyati. What karyam do I have with my son now? What does the son matter to me now? What does the kingdom matter to me now? What do I matter to myself now? When the spouse, when such a Kapisimhe, the lion among apes, the supremely blessed one, when he has been destroyed, when he has been lost, what does it matter? I shall throw myself at the feet of the mighty one who has been struck by Rama's arrow. Having said this, distraught with grief, Tara ran weeping, beating her chest and head, and she came and she saw from far the spot where her husband Vali had fallen. Her husband, the slayer of the mighty Danavas, one who used to hurl mountains at his enemies in battle. Like Indra used to throw Vajrayudha, he used to uproot mountains and throw it at his enemies. That Vali lying there, she saw. Vali, who used to attack in a battle, he used to attack the enemy like a tornado. He will go around them and thunder and roar like thunder. That Vali. Now he was lying on the ground, looking like a giant rain cloud that has been emptied of its water. She saw him there, struck down, like a lion that has been killed by another lion. Valmiki also gives another beautiful example. See, there in the ancient days, in the crossways where two paths meet, in the four roads crossways, in the middle, it was considered a holy spot. The crossways are considered holy. In many of in the middle there will be a temple. There will be a tower. There will be a temple. There will be seats put around it where people can sit also. And there will be a flag on top. So he says, Vali falling down looks like the crossways shrine with the upraised flag and seats all around, which is venerated by all world, which has been demolished by Garuda to get at the snake under it. Like that he looked when he lay fallen. She ran towards him and she saw Rama. He was standing there leaning on a splendid bow. And next to him was Lakshmana and then Sugriva, all looking at her. She ignored them. She passed them by. And she went to Vali. She gazed with agony in her heart on her husband who had been fatally wounded, and she fell down stunned. She got up again in daze and she looked to him and she was shouted, Aryaputra. And she broke down and wept. Angada was with her. And seeing her and Angada, Sugriva was overwhelmed with sorrow. Embracing the body of Vali, Tara wept. And she said to him, O mighty warrior, O foremost of apes, how is it that you do not speak? Get up, get up, get up, you cannot be sleeping on this ground. Get up and seek your magnificent bed. Is it that the earth has become far dearer to you that you clutch the earth and abandon me? Clearly, you have gone to heaven and you have founded a new kingdom, a new Kishkinda in heaven. But what will I do here? What will I do? Why have I not died? Why do I not die? Why has my heart not broken into 1,000 pieces? What kind of a hard-hearted woman am I? She is shouting. Lord, she tells him, he is not dead. Lord, you took yourself to Sugriva's wife and you drove him to exile, and you have now reaped the fruit of that. When I, your well-wisher, gave you wholesome advice, you in your obsession refused to hear me and blamed me, O king. Now that you are going to heaven, you will surely raise a tornado in the hearts of the Apsaras in heaven. It is destiny. It is destiny that you had to yield to Sugriva. But it is extraordinary that Rama, guilty of the shameful act of slaying Vali when he was fighting with another, feels no remorse. Having never known sorrow in my life, I now have been widowed and plunged in grief. But what will be the fate of my dear Angada, who has been brought up in luxury, who is meant for happiness? What will be his fate now that he has got to get on with an uncle who has got fierce bouts of anger? Sugriva is a short-tempered man, looks like. Then he turns to Angada and tells him, take a look, son, take a look at your father. Take a look at him who loved dharma. You will not be seeing him anymore, my child. Lord, console your son, kiss him on his head, for you are starting on your last journey. She turns to Sugriva and tells him, you have realized your wish, Sugriva. You will now get back Ruma. Enjoy the kingdom, your enemy is dead. Lord, why do you not speak to me? She asks him. Why do you not speak to me? If I have done unwittingly anything to displease you, please forgive me, O Lord. I bow at your feet, O valiant one. She was wailing like this, lying on the ground. Valmiki says she looked like a star that has fallen from heaven. Nobody could speak except Hanuman. Hanuman came forward to console her, speaking, Valmiki says, slowly, with measured words. Spoke to her. Gunadosha jantu swakarma phalahetukam avyagras-tadavapnoti sarvam pretya shubha-shubham. Tara, every creature, on doing deeds good and bad, knowingly or unknowingly, will derive the resultant fruits of those deeds according to one's destiny. In this life, or with death or after death. Deliberately. Nothing will be missed. In Dharmakutam commentary, the commentator says Hanuman is saying the Vali is not dead at the hand of Sugriva, but dead due to his own deeds. Hanuman is telling her, so to say. Shotya shochasikam shotyam dinam dinanukampase kasya ko vanushotyasti dehesmin budbudopame. Of which lamentable one you lament while you yourself are in a lamentable state? Who are you crying for when you are yourself in a state that one should cry for you? Of which pitiable one you take pity while you yourself are in a pitiable condition? In our mortal predicament, with our body like bubbles, who is to pity whom? But you have a son, Tara. You have a son, and you should think of Prince Angada's future and do what is needed to safeguard it. Janastaniyatam evam bhutanam agatim gatim tasmat shubham hi kartavyam panditena iha laukikam. Tara, you know how uncertain is the fate of all creatures. Here today, gone tomorrow. With a body form which is made up of 5 elements. Here today, gone tomorrow. So it would be wise, therefore, to do what needs to be done to promote one's welfare in this life and then in the afterlife.